this video, we will be discussing how to begin the transfer of an Ohio certificate title as done by the seller in Lorain County. This presentation will provide you with the knowledge to properly complete all of the paperwork that is required. Any resources mentioned will be linked in the description. The certificate of title is commonly known simply as the title of your vehicle. This important document is what signifies ownership of a motor vehicle or watercraft vessel. To legally own a vehicle or boat in Ohio, you must have custody of a title that is entirely legible, completely free of alterations and erasures. You should store this document in a safe place, like in a records box at home. Do not keep this in your vehicle. Should your vehicle ever be stolen, thieves would have all the information needed to sell your vehicle. Any watercraft that is 14 feet in length or longer, has an outboard motor, or any craft of 10 horsepower or greater must have a 12-digit hull identification number in order to be titled. Any craft lacking a hull identification number may have one assigned to them, but you will need to contact a watercraft office as your craft may need to be inspected by a watercraft officer prior to hull identification number assignment. Visit Ohio's watercraft website for more information. If you're not done making payments on your vehicle, you still have an open lien. The lien holder or lender has a right to your vehicle and its title. You can still make alterations to the title, but you will have to communicate with the lender. They will have to send the title to the title office directly, either physically in the mail or electronically. You will then need to bring a copy of your contract or security agreement to the title office, along with any other documents necessary for the changes you are making. Your lien holder should send you the title directly after you make your final payment. If the lender has opted for an electronic title, a lien satisfaction letter will be sent to you in lieu of the actual title. You can bring this letter, a photo ID, and payment to the title office to obtain a physical copy of your title. For further information on lien release, visit the Ohio BMV website. If your title is lost, stolen, illegible, or damaged, you can easily get a duplicate at any of our title offices. You will need to bring a photo ID, the vehicle registration, or any other document that can verify your vehicle's vehicle identification number, and a completed application for certificate to a motor vehicle. This form is available at any of our offices. In order to satisfy your obligation as the seller, you are required to provide the following documents: the Ohio title assignment, which is the form on the back of your physical title. If you are younger than 18, a minor consent form will be required, or a legal guardian may accompany you to the title office and provide documentation proving their legal guardian status. If you need someone else to process the transfer for whatever reason, a power of attorney form will be needed. All of these documents will need to be notarized. If the title certificate does not list the odometer reading, an odometer disclosure statement is required. And lastly, a bill of sale is required only if the sales price is not listed on the title certificate. However, you may want a bill of sale for tax purposes as a receipt for your files and to use as protection against legal issues in the future. While you are preparing the documents, it is important to not write out or scribble any errors on the title assignment. If you do, the title will be void and you will need to purchase a duplicate title. All legal names must be used, no nicknames. Any form that is notarized should be filled in completely, except for the date and the signature section. The signatures must be made in the presence of a notary in order to be properly notarized. Getting documents notarized is easy. You must make sure that the document is completely filled in with the correct information. Again, the only blank spot on the document should be the portion allotted for signatures. Bring the document and a photo ID to the notary. Many locations host public notaries, the title offices themselves, banks, the UPS store, the BMV, and many more. You will sign and date the document in the presence of the notary, and they will then sign, date, and seal the document. As the seller of the vehicle, it is your responsibility to complete the title assignment on the back portion of the title. If you are transferring ownership to two people, both names must appear on this form. In the following slides, I will go through each portion of the form to explain what information you will need to fill in. On the back of your title, you will be completing the title assignment. The layout and vocabulary used in this document will vary, but the same information will be requested. In this example, you will fill in the selling price, which is the amount you are receiving from the buyer for the vehicle, the date of the sale or delivery, checking if the seller is a minor, and if it is checked yes, an additional form is required, the buyer's legal name and address, and note that the buyer is sometimes referred to as a transferee, consumer, or purchaser. This example displays the odometer certification portion. If this is not available or completed on your title assignment, an odometer disclosure statement will be required. In this example, you are required to fill out the odometer reading, and this must be exactly as it's shown in the vehicle. You will check an appropriate box if the odometer has rolled over, which means that it has reached its highest number possible and started over at 1 at any point. You will also check the appropriate box if the odometer reading is not the actual mileage on the vehicle. This could be due to an odometer that's been broken or replaced, or if the owner is unsure of the true mileage. The final portion of the title assignment form requests your information and the notary's information. You will check the appropriate box if the vehicle was a former law enforcement vehicle, taxi, or if it had been exposed to a flood. You will then complete, you, as the seller, the legal name and address, and note that the seller is also sometimes referred to as the transferor, the vendor, or the dealer. There's a spot for your signature, but do not sign until you're in the presence of the notary. The notary will then complete the rest of this example with your name, the date of signing, their commission expiration date, their name, and their signature. Finally, they will seal the document. The odometer disclosure statement is necessary only if the odometer reading is not noted on the title certificate. This form is completed by filling in your name, the mileage exactly as it's read from the vehicle's odometer, checking any appropriate bubble if it's applicable, inputting the vehicle's information, noting the seller's information and the buyer's information. This form does not need to be notarized. If the purchase price is listed on the title assignment, you are not required to provide a bill of sale. However, you may want a bill of sale for tax purposes, as a receipt for your files, and to use as protection against legal issues in the future. There is no official template that you are required to follow when creating a bill of sale, but you do need to include the vehicle's information, the date of sale and purchase price, and the information of both the buyer and seller with both signatures. If the vehicle is being sold as is, it is important to note this on the bill of sale. The minor consent form is only necessary if the seller is younger than 18 years old. A legal guardian with documentation proving this status may accompany the minor to the title office in lieu of this form. You will complete the form by filling in the county of which you reside, the guardian's name, the minor's name and birthday, and the vehicle's information. Remember to leave the signature for the guardian blank until you're in the presence of a notary, who will then complete the rest of this form. A power of attorney is used when the owner of the vehicle gives another party permission to complete the sale of the vehicle. An executor of estate cannot give power of attorney to any other party. This form is completed by filling in the principal, who is the owner of the vehicle's name, their address, the agent accepting power of attorney, that agent's address, the vehicle's information, and the owner's signature, which cannot be made until in the presence of a notary, who will then complete the rest of this form with their information and seal. Our offices accept Visa, MasterCard, check, cash, and money order as payment method. We welcome you to contact or visit any one of our title offices.